and welcome to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. Now, as always, we've got an exciting evening ahead of us because we have two callers calling in, and I'm going to give them each a reading. And before we go any further, I would like to talk to you about an aspect of my mediumship that I think may be interesting to people who are listening. So, you know, you're probably, for those who listen regularly, you probably are aware that you know, I can connect to loved ones in the spirit world, and I can work psychically and go for guidance with my guides. But I also have some incredible guides, or two particular incredible guides that work with me on a healing level, and so and they've instructed me to sit every day for an hour, where I send out healing to the world. And I've accrued this long list of people on the list where I send healing out to. And what's so incredible is one of my healing guides, his name is Saint Sebastian. And with Saint Sebastian, he tells me that every single life he's had, he has been, what's really fascinating is he's always been involved in some way, shape, form or another with healing. And he has either been a doctor or a surgeon, or dealt with herbs or nutrition, or whatever. He every single life he has been involved in that capacity. And he tells me that he's considered an expert in the spirit world, and in fact he teaches many people over there. And what's really fascinating, the reason why I'm telling you this, and this is where it gets really fascinating, well, it does for me, so I hope it does for you. But what really gets for me, what is really fascinating about him is that he is now starting to teach me his knowledge. And each day I sit and he gives me the words, and he talks about all these different health diseases and what can be done herbally, what can be done nutritionally, and where we are. Now, this is fascinating. He keeps on coming through. He's been regularly coming through lately, where he has been talking about aspects of our medical knowledge that is actually incorrect, and telling me how it should be correctly done. I don't know how that would be received in the world somehow, but anyway, I'm keeping a record of all what he says. So I think that could be sort of, you know, interesting times ahead. And I know that my guides in the spirit world want me to put it all in a book. So I'm hoping that one day I will do that. And so if you're interested, you'll have to, buy the book at some point. But anyway, I believe that we have some callers waiting, and so in a minute I'll go to the caller. But before I go, I just want to also say that if anyone is listening and is in need of being added to my healing list, please do contact myself either on Facebook or go to A1R Radio or leave a message somewhere, and I will place you on the healing list, so that I will include you in the healing. And I've had some wonderful responses back where people have the pain has gone away, or the that's a major part that regularly happens, and sort of discomfort like backache and problems with backache. I've managed to sort of that's sort of gone away, and who else knows what's going on? I don't ask. But anyway, let's go to a caller and start doing some reading. I believe we have Brandy in Ocean City, Maryland. Are you there, Brandy?
Yes, I am.
Hello, and how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, and so I am a medium, And what that means is I'm able to connect to loved ones in the spirit world, or I can go to my guide and I can help give you some guidance. Now, we only have about 10 minutes, so the more you tell me where to focus, the easier it is for you and for me. Where would you like me to focus?
Okay, well, I've been talking to this new guy, and I've known him for a very long time. I never had any, like, feelings towards him, like strong feelings. I ran into him at the grocery store 2 days ago, and I feel like I have this big connection with him, but he's had a past, and he's got his stuff together, and he wants to have a relationship with me, but I'm worried. Like, I won't. I've been hurt for so long. I've been single for.
Yeah, and so you said you ran him into the grocery store, and there was something like I missed a word. It was something like telepath or something like that.
I feel very connected with him. Like, I feel like I never had before. Like, I did not nowhere near like had any kind of feelings towards him. Like, never would thought that. And it's just something overcome me, like hit me with a ton of bricks, that I feel a connection with him.
Yeah. Right. Well, what my guide is saying to me, and I'm getting it loud and clear, you've known each other in a previous life, and you have been husband and wife in a previous life. And that is why you are so connected to this person. And whether you choose to embark on a relationship, obviously you have that free will. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to my guide about how that would work, and if that would work. He's saying to me that he is attracted to you in the same way that you are attracted to him. He's telling me it's a mutual thing. So I'm assuming you are attracted to him. Is that right?
Very. Yes. I'm telling you, I was never attracted to him like that, because he was a drug addict. He was doing very bad things, and now he has custody of his kids. He's built a 4-bedroom home. He's got his stuff together, and it's like he's a totally different person. I am very, like, I feel this connection with him like I've never felt before.
And the thing that I like about him, I believe he has a great smile. There's a sort of a cheeky smile that I always use that word, cheeky. It's a very British way of saying things, and often people don't understand what I'm saying. And
I do.
I can never write a word. Oh, you do know. Good.
I see it on him. I see it.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that he's got a great smile, and I'm being told that that you oh wow, this is you have been put in his path, because what you agreed to before you came to this life is that you would offer him the second part of his healing. He's done the first part. He now needs somebody to help him with the second part, and it would be about you giving him healing. And I'm told that if you were willing to embark on this, you would actually be successful in healing him, and this relationship would go, and my guide's making me cross my fingers, and this relationship would go on to be incredibly successful. But it's whether or not you're willing to take this on, because what I am told is that he has some insecurities and some difficulties that are from the past, and I'm being told that he hasn't really sort of dealt with some of his stuff, and but I know that if you're willing to embark on a relationship, you will heal him. This will end up working, but you've got to go through the healing process to really get to the relationship that you think that you really deserve and want.
That's
How does that
exactly
sound?
like I got goosebumps because that feels like exactly what I feel.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just hearing the word children. Children. Why am I getting children? Have you got children? I shouldn't really be
Okay,
asking you questions.
this is so weird because this is what I'm saying. I was with this girl. I was her best friend for 12 years. This is actually the baby's father.
Right.
And
Okay.
this is why I say it's so weird. I've grown up with these kids. Like I have, like almost like their second mother. So like I love these kids already as my own. Like
Well, I was drawing to I was going to where he has children, and I felt that and he's and I feel that you see, I don't think there would be any difficulty with other family members or children or anything. I think that everything would run through incredibly smoothly
because
for
his whole family knows me.
yeah,
Like
they love you. Well, they would just embrace you with open
I got
arms
goosebumps.
because yeah, because uh you are. It's really weird because you offer. It's not really weird. I should stop saying that because I work with spirit and I know how it
because
works.
we keep talking about it, and I said this is so weird. This is so weird.
Well, you are a healer and you've come to this life, and he isn't the only person that you are involved in healing. And healing comes in many guises. It doesn't have to be hands-on. It can just be it being in your life and talking through stuff. And I just get very profoundly that he isn't the first person that you've been involved with healing. And does that ring true to you?
Yes.
And I feel like you're always the one that's compassionate one, the one that is prepared to pick up the pieces and help other people. You are that
All the
sort of
time.
person, and I'm being told that if you embark on this relationship, this will be one of your greatest successes in this life because you will effectively save this man. But don't think it's all about saving him, because when you've done your bit with him, you will end up with one of the best, cutest men that you could ever possibly have, because deep down, this person, his soul, his spirit is absolutely gorgeous and absolutely beautiful. And I believe that once you get past that healing, you will have a beautiful life together. And again, I need to stress, this is your choice, and this is if you want that.
And I do, but I've just been so worried about doing it.
Go for it. Go on, go for it.
Yeah, like
because
I'm telling you, when I feel this, like I have my intuitions all the time, and I see things. I can almost see a future with us. Like I can see that.
Yes, I agree with you.
Like,
What I'm doing is I'm confirming what you're sensing, and I can absolutely. You see, this relationship. This isn't somebody that you've just met, or in this life. This is somebody that you have a soul connection to. This is somebody that you've known in previous lives, and this is somebody that you've agreed to help. And this is somebody that deep down in your spirit, deep down in your pit of your soul, you want to help him. And so the spirit world are guiding you together and helping you to achieve your goals and achieve what you agreed to do. And I know absolutely categorically this will end up well.
I have that intuition too. Like I really feel like my guys were telling me, "Go, you just do it, Brandy. It'll be okay."
Yeah, it will. It will. And he's a nice person. Okay, so he's had his problems and he will get healed from that because you're going to help him. But if,
Yes.
once you got past that, he's the most gorgeous person ever.
He really is.
He's so sweet. You couldn't wish for a better person. And when you think about where you've been hurt in the past, he's not those people. He's a gorgeous, gorgeous soul.
And he just told me that yesterday. He was like, Brandy, I would never hurt you. I would never physically hurt you. I would never mentally hurt you. All I want to do is love you.
No, he's honestly.
I would never do that to you.
I really think that you've got absolutely nothing to sort of worry about. He's just so lovely. But anyway, I'm going to have to go because I have another caller waiting, and
I can't thank you enough. Like, I needed this.
Oh, it's so lovely to hear from you. And if you want to find me, my name's Gail Moffat, and I'm on Facebook. So do track me down. But thank you for calling in, and let me know how it goes.
I definitely. Oh my gosh, I definitely will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. So we have Angela in Glenwood. Are you there, Angela?
Yes. Is this Gail?
Yes, it is. Hello. And how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm very well. So I'm a medium, and I can connect to loved ones, or I can go to my guides and look to get help with guidance for you. Is there a particular way that you would like me to work?
I guess we could go with guides and go that route.
Okay, and anywhere in particular you'd like me to focus? We've got about 10 minutes.
Well, there's someone that keeps coming up into my mind a lot, and even had like a dream conversation about real life current things going on. And I don't talk to this person in daily life. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing or what I'm not getting about why they're on my mind a lot.
Is this somebody you know, or is that?
Yes, it's someone I know. We're not in contact a lot anymore.
Right. Okay. Well, I know how the spirit world work, and I'm going to tell you what I think this is, and I'm going to tell it to you because it's from my own personal experience, because I've had these situations exactly as you're talking about, and when you contact them, if you find out and contact them, what happens is, and I will go to my guide and double check that I'm getting this right, but when you contact them, what will happen is either you are going to be they're going to help you, or you'll help them, or both. That's generally how it works. And what they do is they keep on pushing you and pinging you about and showing you that person to sort of encourage you to contact them, because there's going to be a spiritual reason why you need to be back in touch and back in each other's lives, and you'll find that circumstances will be such that this needs to be done. So that's my knowledge, and I went straight to my knowledge there. But I'm going to go to my guide now and see what he has to say, because that always gives a more bigger picture to things. And
okay,
so he's
and does
saying,
a name help?
No, I don't need a name, but if you want to give me a name, you can. It's fine. And so he's saying, sorry, carry on. And
go ahead.
So he's saying that my guide is saying to me that this is somebody. Would I be right in saying that there's love in your heart for this person?
At one time, yes.
Yeah. And because what I'm being told is there's love in your heart for this person, and I'm being told that this person there's, I don't know whether he carries a flame or whether you carry a flame for each other, but I feel like there's unfinished business between the two of you, and I feel that it's sort of it was, when you knew each other before, it was circumstances were such that you couldn't really properly pursue a relationship on a long-term basis. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does. But he seems to be happy now. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that that's why have to that's going to happen, but I just know that there is love in your heart for him, and I'm being told that you will. Oh, right, okay. Um, oh, this is. I feel awkward saying this. What he's saying
No, it's
is.
okay.
What he's saying is this, that everything isn't as it seems. Everything is not as you think it is. Everything
Okay.
it's almost like there's a front, there's a facade, and what's behind that facade is very, very different. And my guide, he's saying to me, he's urging you to almost make that contact, reacquaint yourself with this person, because he's saying to me, you will not be disappointed, because this person, it's almost like this person has to be back in your life, and I'm trying to find out what the reason is, whether there's like a love relationship or whether it's something else. And he's saying to me that you're okay. He makes me feel like you're in your heart. There's a lot of sadness, and in your heart that there's been you've had quite a few difficulties with relationships, and difficulties with sort of forming meaningful relationships. And it's not because there's anything wrong with you. It's just the way it's gone. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And 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 my guide is saying to me that this person that you know is going to show you, and almost like restore your faith in yourself, and heal you, and he is ready also to be in that situation where he receives, because he has a sort of a similar situation, and it's almost as though,
Yeah.
by the two of you being together, you're going to heal each other, because you haven't had the it's like you haven't had the confirmation that you're amazing and gorgeous and worthy of being in a relationship. It hasn't sort of been properly given to you. And I also feel that with him, there's something about some sort of level of I don't know whether this is him or you. I need to check that, but I feel like one of you has had and I'm going to use the word abuse, but I don't know, abuse comes in many, many ways. It could just be somebody saying nasty things, or it could be, a bit more serious
Right.
than that. But I just feel like one of you has sort of been in a relationship that's caused a lot of abuse, and caused a lot of hurt and pain to them. And I've got a feeling it's him. I've got a feeling, and that's not to
Well,
say it's not you as well.
What confuses me is he was the one that more so pushed me away, and it seems like the more that I move forward, and the more that I am okay with moving forward, and him not being in my life, and this has been several years, the more I'm okay, the more prominent he is in my mind, that it makes me feel like I'm crazy.
Yeah, no, you're not. I feel like spirit is placing that in your mind, because I just get the feeling that he is ready to embark on a different way of life. You remember when I said for some reason, the two of you weren't able to embark on a long-term relationship. And I feel like it's almost like it's like you had to meet, but it wasn't the right time for you to embark on a relationship. Both of you had to go ahead and sort of almost like go through certain circumstances and then come back round and come back together. And I just feel very strongly that this is where the spirit world are steering both of you. And I also feel that if you do get in contact with him, he will be receptive to you, because his circumstances are not the same as what you think they are. They are very, very different.
Okay.
See, I also feel with him that he's quite, I feel with him he's quite clever as well, and I feel that he's got his head screwed on, and he's a capable person, and I feel that but I feel that this last relationship that he's been in, I feel that it's taken away some of his ability to be, it's taken away his ability to sort of almost shine as a person. His self-esteem has been eroded, because I feel like he hasn't been treated very well. And it's almost like I can feel somebody screaming at him. And you know what? When somebody has gone through that, they come out of that situation and they start to look at a relationship, that what they want out of a relationship is very different to what they wanted when they went into it. And so, you know, he's a different person to the person that you met all those years ago. But I do feel very, very strongly that you will be pleasantly surprised if you contact him. Pleasantly surprised. And so, how does that all sound?
It sounds really good. Is there any chance that I can kind of confirm if we're talking about the same person?
Yes, you are. We are. Definitely. There's no
Okay.
doubt in my mind. No doubt. You see, what you've got to remember is that the spirit world are an intelligence. They're not. They absolutely will know what you're talking about, and they guide me accordingly. So I have no doubt about that. But if you, I'm on Facebook, so my name is Gail Moffat. So if you want to find me on Facebook or Instagram, then do find me. And I really do hope it goes well. And I really do hope that you take the plunge and contact him, because I do feel that he will be receptive to hearing from you.